Welcome to our Geeky podcast. For those who are listening to us, we also have a video version now, which you'll
check the link in the description
channel. So for those of you watching the YouTube one, we also have an audio podcast of this.
We're visual.
Yeah,
we're visual stimulus.
We're audio and visual.
That's right.
Visual.
Coming to you with high def.
What's your name? I thought we haven't introduced
This
ourselves.
is like the 30-something episode. You should know my name by now. Also,
yeah,
we know...
but no one's seen you.
Ryan, Ash, Alex. Cool.
There you go.
There we go. Introductions.
What up?
I have a beard.
Christ.
He's Indian.
Wow.
And he's white.
Yeah, that's about all. Yeah, that's about my only distinguishing factor. So, right. God, this is already off the rails. Okay. Welcome to our Geeky podcast. Thank you for joining us, whether you're watching on YouTube or listening via iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher. As you said, I'm Alex. I've got Ryan and Ash with me this week.
Hello.
Got the whole gang together for our first video podcast. How are we doing, gentlemen?
Doing well.
Doing fine.
Good.
Doing really good.
Good.
It's been a good day so far.
Yeah. I've got deja vu a little bit.
Yeah, it's a little bit
It's
like that.
a bit heavy. But anyway, I'm all right. I'm doing all right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing all right. I
That's
managed
good.
to catch up on the movies that I wanted to see, so
Really?
that was cool.
Tell us about that.
I feel like I'm repeating myself.
Okay.
I haven't heard this.
Okay, yeah. So John Wick 2, good. Got exactly what I wanted out of it.
Yep.
Got exactly what I was expecting out of it.
Yep.
Keen to see what's going to be going on in the next movie.
Cool.
Moving along.
We're all excited for Wonder Woman.
We are.
excited. For
Alamo
Wonder Woman.
Drafthouse has a one women's only screening.
Yep.
Men are upset about it. They're all idiots.
But it's to raise charity, so it's all good.
It's money for charity.
Yeah, I don't understand
Cool.
why they're upset about
Flash finale.
Fantastic.
it. Wow.
Well, it's a Flash finale, so we're trying to racing through the, super speed through the points. All right, now we can actually get down. This is really our main topic for this week is the Flash finale.
Pretty much.
Thoughts, feelings on the finale itself and the season as a whole.
There may be spoilers. Warning now.
Yeah, spoiler warning.
That'll be
Here,
in this general
somewhere.
area.
It's going to be a very
Probably
crudely
right about
drawn
here.
image that says spoiler warning.
Actually, if I can just... It's probably going to be right about there.
Wow.
That's probably the exact placing of where the
Yeah.
spoiler's going to be. So, yeah.
Like
Sounds
a
good.
Walmart t-shirt.
So, Ash, start, go.
Okay, I thought it was really well done. Really well. I think the season as a whole started off a bit, and we had our thoughts about how we introduced another speedster, and we thought, it's going to be another one of those things where it's going to be faster than everyone else. But yeah, I actually really at the end of it, like throughout the second half, it was really starting to pick up traction, and I really was enjoying, who is Savitar and like what's he doing and what's his purpose and all that sort of stuff. And they were trying to guess every week who it was, and we had excellent long talks about who we thought it would be. And I never guessed anyone.
Because you never do.
I never get it right. So yeah, no, I thought it was a really well way to end the season. Season 4 finale was actually really well done. And then, yeah, Joe brought up a good point about how he thought he was saving the wrong son. He should have been saving him the whole time when Barry has to enter the Speed Force and serve his time as punishment. And yeah, and I thought it was really well done. It made you think, it made me think, yeah, I should have seen this sort of coming. Like everyone, there's always a prisoner in the Speed Force. Now it's sort of Barry's turn to be.
Well, you didn't say that coming because there was still a prisoner in the Speed Force up until halfway through that episode.
Yeah, and I thought it was really well way to end the season, and I can't wait for season 4 to come out and see Wally West pretty much take up the mantle of being the Flash, and then
it's gonna be like a 2.
I was going to say,
like 2
I don't think he's
episodes.
going to be around too long.
You think so?
I don't think it's going to be. I'm reckoning it may be like an episode.
At
And
best.
then, at
He's gonna
best.
come back at like the end of first or maybe the second episode.
Wow, you guys think that soon?
I reckon it will be.
I think.
Well, yeah, because Grant Gustin's still the highest paid actor on that show, so they're not going to not have him in the series for half the year.
To me, I thought it'd be more powerful if they at least like have him off of show him that he's in the Speed Force.
Would be,
yeah,
but it's a business.
true.
Yeah.
You're not going to have the star and the highest paid actor on your show. Well, I'm assuming he's the highest paid actor, considering he's the the lead, but the lead of your show and the star of it, you're not going to have him not show up for half the season.
I mean,
and be stuck in the Speed Force.
I thought my thoughts would have been like they'd show like a separate story of him in the Speed Force, and you'd still have Iris West and you still have Joe, and you're like he's just living his life or living through stories through the Speed Force.
Well, the only thing is they've already set up that when you're trapped in the Speed Force, you're just living the same moment over and over and over again. So that'd be incredibly tedious to do that for half the year.
I guess I don't know.
Yeah.
It'd just be. I guess it would be more powerful if he didn't return like just straight away off.
Again, I said I agree it would be. Okay. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah, fair enough.
I think Wally will just be running around in his Kid Flash suit for a little bit, and then then Barry will come back. But I'm interested to see how we have discussed who the new villain's going to be.
Yeah.
Who we think the new villain's going to be at least. But yeah, I'm excited to see what they're going to do with the new season, and I'm keen to see how closely, if at all, they follow the rebirthing comic. Don't know if it's going to happen. I mean, when they done the Flashpoint, they kind of steered as far away from that ship as they could.
Well, that was more because of legal things. Like they can't have Wonder Woman and Aquaman in
That's
that,
what I'm saying.
given that they play a major part.
Batman as well.
Yeah, but that's why I still
exactly.
think it's they're just using the names for nostalgia reasons, I guess, and they're just trying to sort of work it into their own thing. But that's what I want to say. I want to see how they're going to work rebirthing into this new season. But I like the way season 3 ended. I like the fact that Barry is the fastest man alive and the second fastest man alive. That's still very funny to me.
It's set in stone.
It's set in stone.
Set in the Philosopher's Stone.
Never mind.
Yeah, so...
Sorry. I don't have a drink.
This is something you should have thought about, isn't it?
Okay. Yeah, anyway, no,
But, I enjoyed it. I want to see what they do with season 4. And, I got everything out of the last season that I wanted to. I watched it with pretty big gaps in between, but I still feel that the season is really good, tied together really well. A lot of character progression in that season. A lot of people actually becoming who they should be becoming. But yeah, what do you think?
Look, overall, I did enjoy it. There was some legitimately very emotional moments, particularly with like HR's sacrifice. I think one of my mates, Hash, kind of accurately predicted that it was going to be HR and I'm going to say Candace because that's the actor's name, but Iris, that's it. Them swapping using the face doohickey.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure that's the
the
face
actual
doohickey. So that was really touching, and the funeral at the end, that was for HR. Some really really touching moments.
For some people, I don't think other people really cared.
Yeah,
I'm sure
you don't have
like
emotions.
most sad moments in TV shows.
Anyway, I also thought it was a little bit on the nose where at the funeral, had Caitlin show up in the background, and she's like, "I'm not Caitlin anymore. I'm something else. I have to become something else." It's like, okay, take it easy with the arrow
Queen
talk.
come out of the bushes as well.
Caitlin Queen, seriously, take it easy with that. The one thing I kind of, it wasn't a massive issue, but I didn't love in terms of the ending, Barry sacrificing himself and going into the Speed Force. That was good. It just felt like he was way too blasé about it. In, it was very much like there wasn't any, realistic. I get that he's a hero and, he's, heroes make sacrifices and all of that, but it very much felt like it was, oh, there's lightning. Oh, someone's got to... Okay, cool, I guess I'm doing it. See ya. There was no, he was like...
I know what you're saying.
He felt like stone-faced throughout.
That's right. The person that you love, your father figure, your brother figure, all these people...
Your family, essentially.
Yeah, that you've brought into this bubble with you, and the people that you've grown up with.
They're falling apart. And there was no... It just felt like there was no struggle within...
There wasn't enough, emotional...
There was no internal struggle within Barry in that moment. And I guess, as I said... I understand that he's the hero, and heroes are supposed to be valiant and fall on their sword, for lack of a better term, but there should still be at least some level. He's
Well, that's
still a
right.
human being.
That's right.
Where like you shouldn't be that like, okay, cool, I'm gonna leave my family and friends forever. Like, I know we just said we're gonna get married and get all that sorted, but see ya, peace out, bye. He felt way too blasé for me. And that kind of took away from, I think, what should have been a bit more of an emotional moment.
No, I agree with that.
I can sort of see that. I think in the
No, you can't. You don't have emotions.
I think I went exactly. I went into the polar opposite where I thought, he's already accepted his fate, and that's why he's so calm.
But that was
you saw it as this lucky son of a bitch can walk away from everything.
I think
Look at this guy. He just gets to go.
Yeah,
Like,
I think that's the thing. Is if they'd better established like the stakes that Barry might have to sacrifice himself, if they'd planted that seed earlier, rather than it kind of coming out of nowhere in the last 2 minutes, that might have made a bit more sense. But because there was no lead up to that, it felt like the whole Speed Force sacrifice came out of nowhere, and that's what took away. Like, just add something earlier in that says,
like, he's already had that moment. Like, he's like, look, it's just something to lead you into it, and and they give it some merit as to why he's like that.
Yeah.
Like, not everyone approaches that situation and goes that easily like Ash does, like Ash would.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like he would, and it's just like that's
really goodbye.
and I think that's why it's so annoying. It's just like that's exactly how Ash would have faced that situation.
I would honestly, it wouldn't be in a crowd of people. I'd just text you saying, "Hey, you're not going to see me."
I saw some lightning, had high hopes. Turns out I get to get out.
So, later.
Bye. So yeah, that was my
partner. I love her.
that was my only real issue with the finale.
I can't agree more. I actually
It's like outside of that, as I said, it was a good episode. There were some very strong emotional beats, like with HR Sacrifice and the funeral. I did legitimately almost tear up at the funeral. It was a very sweet scene. Making sacrifices, especially the when Barry passed on the message to Cisco. I thought that was a really nice thing. Like, this took strength, and you gave me that. You helped me find it, which is really nice, and especially for Cisco, who's basically, out of all the Harrison Wells, this was the one who he probably, whatever reason, they had the strongest connection.
Yeah.
So that was really a nice moment. We got, as you touched on earlier, we got a tease for who we think will probably be the big bad in season 4, which is when Savitar is in Star Labs and mentions that this is where we build, I believe she has the neural inhibitor for DeVoe, which likely means it's going to be Clifford DeVoe, aka the Thinker, being the big bad for season 4, as you said. Very glad that it's not another goddamn speedster, because we've had that story played out for 4 seasons.
It's time for a bit of diversity. There are plenty more
There's
villains
plenty more villains
in this
that go around.
universe.
Yeah.
Exactly right. So,
Like King Shark.
yeah.
Do you like bring the
I just think King Shark should be a permanent character in this.
I mean, if you think you're going to get any argument from me,
No!
I'm not. Well, as I said, I don't know that he should be the main character in this main thing in this series.
No.
I'm just waiting for the Grodd King Shark buddy team up.
Yeah, that's what I'm keen for as well. I want to see the whole Grodd thing play out. I want to see the
Gorilla City.
The Gorilla City, and I want to see that. I like Grodd. He's a good character. I enjoy him. So, yeah, it's going to be good to see what's going on there. But yeah, that's the Flash season finale that was wrapped up. What else is wrapped up over the last?
Well, I mean, all the
CW
main
shows,
yeah,
but it's basically the May's normally when the TV series in the States wrap up, because it's normally where studios set up for the big summer blockbusters, even though because it's summer in the States, obviously. So that's why we're getting all the big. We just had Guardians of the Galaxy drop.
Yep.
We've got Wonder Woman coming up. Then just after that, we've got Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Yep.
I'm actually very excited for that. We got a new trailer.
Yeah,
I didn't watch that trailer.
Okay.
I'm trying to. There was the first trailer, which people said gave away too much. I don't really remember a ton of that, so I'm trying to steer clear of the other trailers because I want to go in trying to have as little.
I think that's people's gripe with the poster.
possible.
Like the poster as well that they've released has got way too much on it. I don't know if you've seen it,
It's
but there's people that are already like editing it and poking fun at it and trying to make it better. Because even the poster is full on. Like,
Yeah, it does spoil. It does give away a lot.
I feel like I'm playing Where's Peter Parker. It's like a Where's Wally
Yeah,
bloody thing. It's
it
like
was-
everything is on that poster. I'm like, wow, you need to tone it down a touch and just bring it back a bit. Like,
I watched it because the trailer. I enjoyed it, but
I like the trailer.
I'm sort of agreeing with Alex. I try and stay away from as much. Like I'll watch maybe the first one and try, but now we're doing this. I had to put up the third trailer, so I ended up watching it anyway.
Yeah.
I just went, oh,
No, I like
damn
the
it.
trailer. It's still getting me more excited for the movie. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the new Spider-Man game.
Oh yeah,
PS4,
it's only solely for PS4 as
Yeah,
well.
PS4 exclusive.
Yeah, PS4.
I'm really excited for that because I've loved every Spider-Man game that's come out since the first one. So I'm pretty excited to see what they do with this. And being on such a now it's so modern. Supposedly, just basically
on a
other
new
ones,
platform.
Yeah.
The new platform stuff would be pretty
I'm
sick.
very excited. I love the open map and I love the feeling of being swinging through the city. Like you get that feeling.
Yeah, it's sort of. I guess it looks like it's coming back to its Spider-Man 2 when it came out on the PS2.
Yep.
And you had to, if you wanted to swing on a
And other
building-
consoles also came out for the GameCube.
Did it?
Yeah, of course it did. I played it, so yeah, it came out
No,
on the
I
GameCube.
had no idea.
Props to the little purple lunchbox.
Still releasing games to this day.
Dude, I swear.
I had a GameCube actually.
I love the GameCube. I feel like the GameCube doesn't get enough credit for being a console. There were some very, very good games that came out on the GameCube.
I did enjoy this. What was the Star Wars game that came out on that? Because I thoroughly enjoyed it.
What, Jedi Knight 2?
Nah,
Yeah,
it was
maybe.
mostly vehicle based. You'd fly around and you'd play out the scenes from
X
the
Squadron?
Rogue
maybe
Squadron?
Rogue Squadron, maybe.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, but I enjoyed that.
Yeah, there were.
And that kangaroo game, that Aussie game. But that kangaroo?
Wait, was it the kangaroo or do you mean Ty?
Yeah, Ty.
Ty the Tasmanian
Ty
Tiger.
the Tasmanian Tiger.
Yes, I played that as well. There was like Super Mario Sunshine. There was Super Smash Bros. Melee, which was fantastic. Why you what?
I didn't have a GameCube, and I love you trying to convince me that a GameCube was a great console.
Exactly, and this is the problem. Not enough. It lagged behind in terms of it wasn't quite as powerful as the PS2 or the Xbox, but I feel like it doesn't get enough credit. Everyone kind of blew off the GameCube. It looked awesome. Little purple lunchbox. It had the handle on the back. And it was a little purple square. You had the little baby discs. They were great.
The little disc. Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember that. That blew my mind the first time I opened one of
I had to
those.
grab mine. I've still got mine at my parents' house. I'm gonna grab it and set it up somewhere. And
Well, we do a
Having a
Let's
crack.
Play on the GameCube.
I'm good with that.
It allowed up to like 4 players.
Yeah, 11
Yeah.
4 players. You can
Yeah,
get on that.
I'll get my butt handed to me in Super Smash Brothers.
You
or
say that like you don't get your butt handed to you.
Man,
Everything else we play.
Oh yeah. Man, I got my butt handed to me in the Nintendo Switch. In Street Fighter dropped. Street Fighter 2 Alpha dropped for the Switch, and Aaron from work bought it over, and he's just whooping my ass. But
Yep.
I was never good at Street Fighter, but
Yep.
man, yeah, it made sense straight away.
Does that look as good as what it looked like when they were doing like the promo vids and stuff for it?
It's just. I mean, it's like the arcade. It's
It's
just a
the
2D
Street Fighter
scroller,
2, like
the
the
old
original.
school.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
like-
thought it was the new one. That's
No,
right.
no. Like, it's
Speaking of actually talking about fighting games, we're getting Tekken soon.
next Friday.
I'm excited.
Friday
that as
I
well.
should say.
You know what Tekken 7 has?
King.
Has New Japan Pro Wrestling DLC. Not a joke. Tekken 7 is sponsoring the New Japan Best of the Super Juniors Cup this year. So you can get like Bullet Club t-shirts, and King's got his whole like Kazuchika Okada.
He's already told me this.
Rainmaker Okada. I'm gonna put up a picture of Kazuchika Okada, maybe the King DLC here.
I feel like there should be images just stacked.
I think we
onto this-
should. I think
just
we-
like blasting at the screen.
We'll put up some pictures of the different things, but yeah. See, again, I can bring it back to wrestling. It's great. But yeah, legitimately Tekken 7 has some cross promotion with New Japan Pro Wrestling.
There you go.
So
I actually can't wait. I can't wait to pick it up. I'm really keen on picking it up. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love it. I'm loving Injustice.
Still haven't played it?
I just picked it up 2 days ago.
Oh yeah.
A couple of days ago. So I still barely scratched the surface. I played our friend Irfan last night.
Yeah.
Kicked my ass. Partially because I was still using my level 1 guys, and he's using like his level 20 Batman, which is kind of
I want to complain about that for a
garbage.
second because I went to play him. He goes, "Oh, play me," and this is only about a couple of days ago. And I was playing with Supergirl as my main sort of character, and she was like level 8, 9, or something like that. And he's like, "Oh, play me." I'm like, "Yeah, all right, whatever." I put on Supergirl level 9. I'm like, "Oh, what level is your best character?" He's like, "Oh," and you choose Batman level 20, and I just went,
Yeah.
you
Yeah, we were talking about it. We were talking about it yesterday.
prick."
He was like, he was like, I asked him, like, because I know he's into it as well. Like, who you've been using? He was like, oh, like I'm going through everyone differently. So like, started with Batman, got him level 20. Then went to Robin, got him level 20, and then went to Deadshot and got him level 20. And I was like, okay, I've got a Atrocitus at level 2. So
that's going well.
there's that.
Yeah, you do it. And so yeah,
Like-
I whooped his ass though. I absolutely ripped him to shreds. And then we decided to switch up characters, and I said I'll go Black Canary because I wanted to try to play her. And he went Robin, and man, Robin is overpowered as hell. He's crazy good with Robin, and so I chose Robin, and I wasn't too bad. I didn't know the combo flows as much as probably he did, but he wasn't. It was just, it was really weird how powerful he was.
I'm looking forward to when I get it. I want to master Captain Cold.
Captain Cole,
Because there's a combo you can do with him that takes out like 3/4 of the health bar, and they have no chance of defending against it. So I want to learn that combo just so I can be like, "That's my guy."
And also there's a premier skin for him that turns him into Mr. Freeze.
Oh, is
Which
there?
is really cool. Yep.
That's
So
cool.
There's a few of the characters that have a different, because you can
Yeah, you can
customize
show-
their
yeah.
looks and stuff. There's a couple that have these premier skins which change the
whole look,
character.
but it's like,
So-
you're like Power Girl.
yeah. So Supergirl, you can become Power Girl. Flash can become Reverse Flash. Hal Jordan Green Lantern can become John Stewart Green Lantern. There's one that for Cyborg that he becomes Grid.
Yep.
And I think there's another one, but there's one for, as I said, Captain Cold that turns him into Mr. Freeze.
That's cool.
Which is really
That's
cool.
pretty awesome.
And this level, so does that influence how good they are? These have got
Yep.
like a level 20 character. So
Yeah.
Impacts
your
their
attack-
stats.
your attack, defense, your ability.
Really?
Yeah, it all goes up and down depending on what you
And
wanna
also
strap
they've
for.
obviously got the different
Your
armor
gear set,
and
yeah.
gear,
Yeah,
that's
gear
the
set.
word I'm looking for.
Yeah.
So yeah, that will again impact stats and
Cool.
all that
Yeah.
sort of stuff. So I unlocked. I've had one mother box, so I
Yeah.
got a crown for Black Adam,
Yeah.
and I got some things for Wonder Woman that I can't use yet because they're level 3 and mine's level 1, and I got what is it, a belt for someone. I can't remember.
I wish
who.
I could
Flash.
sell you items. That would be pretty cool because I have so many things that I could just probably get rid of, and
or trading some sort
yeah,
of
like some sort of train system, like because and now it's just more of a factor that now I'm trying to get my Supergirl's level 20 now, which is great. But now it's like trying to get all the epic armors.
That's the thing with these.
Yeah.
That's microtransactions. That's
Yeah,
gaming
exactly.
nowadays, I suppose. That's the
Yeah.
one thing people kind of had an issue with the gear thing is because it's like loot boxes in Overwatch and
Yeah.
all these other games that
I think I wouldn't mind if it was like you could actually buy the gear set, but it's more you have to get the mother box and then
Well, that's it, and hope for it.
and hope
Yeah,
for it.
I don't like that. I would rather put the money into getting something for a character that I use and that I want. It's like in Overwatch when you get those boxes. The chances of you getting something out of 25, 30 characters for your character that you use isn't very high.
and they've said the Chinese government forced they introduced a law because it's essentially gambling. You're putting in money to try and get something.
Yeah.
They forced game manufacturers to actually show the odds of getting different pieces of loot.
Yeah.
And forgetting that's like the epic loot boxes in the epic loot in the Overwatch loot boxes was like, I think it was like 7.5% or probably lower.
Yeah.
A very, very small number out of each box. So
Well, that's actually
yeah.
pretty cool. The Chinese government to actually, it's because it's in a way it is incorporating gambling.
I think
So,
I think it's fair for, like, if you're gonna say, oh, you can get this stuff, you can
Yeah.
get this really cool stuff.
But you got to put money into
yeah,
it.
but like it's fair for them to
And
say, okay, what are the actual chances of it happening?
Yeah, that's a good point because I mean, as a kid, if you play Overwatch and you want all these epic gear stuff, and then you go, "Oh, I need to ask my parents to put in money so I can maybe get an extra," like that's a bit much.
I have a question.
Yeah,
to go on the subject of gaming, I'm actually stuck on something at the moment. But what has been your hardest thing to get past in a game? Like, what has been a level that you've just almost rage quit through the controller, or through the Game Boy, or through the DS, or whatever it was?
That's a very good question.
Yeah, man, I can only really think. My memory is really bad, so I can only think of stuff that maybe happened recently. So,
I tried to turn on Injustice the other day, and it didn't work.
I really rage quit. I
For me,
turned on Netflix, and it didn't work.
Yeah, there's been a couple of scenarios for me, but I think it would have had to have been on what was it on PS1. There was a MMORPG that the name eludes me at the moment, but when you get to there was a certain level, you get it was kind of like Final Fantasy, but it was like 2D, 8-bit, and you go up this mountain, you start fighting your way up to the top, but you get past a certain part and you couldn't go back. But there was also no way to go forward if you couldn't beat this boss. I still haven't finished that game because I got up to that point and I wasn't strong enough to beat him no matter what I did, and I can't go back. And I was like, that's really not cool. I can't even just farm to get my level up. And to this day...
Is this like Dragon Quest?
Nah, it was kind of like that. Nah, it was even lesser graphics than that. It was before Dragon Quest.
Jeez.
But, it was... I loved it, but to this day I haven't finished it because I couldn't defeat the boss.
Damn.
Well, you got one?
It's rough. I remember back in, this is when I was, I just got my Game Boy with Pokemon Red. I remember being stuck in Sylph Tower when Team Rocket had taken over for an inordinate amount of time. And I remember, I'd gone and beaten Cinnabar Gym before I'd beaten Saffron City.
Yeah. I think a lot of people do that, actually. Because I'd spent that much time, and I felt like such a moron when I did eventually get past it, because it was literally, you know how in Sylph Tower, you've got the little transport teleport pads? Literally, it all came down to me walking the wrong direction off one of those teleport pads. I needed to go right. For whatever reason, every time I did it, I basically had it in my head that I could only go left. And so I kept getting to this one spot, and I needed to go that way to get, I forget the item. I think it was the key. Yeah, the key, yeah.
The key. And, eventually I went and got it. I was like, God damn, I feel like an idiot. And then I blazed through the rest of the game because my team was already, I'd basically been grinding because I'd already beaten, I'd already beaten the 7th gym before I'd beaten the 6th gym. So... yeah, I do remember being stuck on that for way too long.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of any other.
I think I got stuck there.
I'm trying to think of any other.
I got one.
Yeah.
And it's horrible that I can't do this anymore. I'm Resident Evil 4 on the PS4.
Okay.
Resident Evil 4 on the PS4.
Great game.
Amazing game. I cannot play that game anymore. I cannot play. The controls are so. They're not native to me in terms of movement and the way the camera moves. I don't know how I played this I know what you're saying. I don't know how I got through this game in the PS2 and then PS3. Because after playing Resident Evil 7, I guess maybe also didn't help, and now that was a first person perspective. So going back to third person and then turning it away, and then the camera doesn't turn with you.
That's right.
And I just went...
and
then I went, okay, I'm going to try and shoot the first guy, and try and get him in the head. And I'd run forward, try to get out of his way, and then turn back. And the time it took to do that, and I'm like, oh my God, I can't get my head around how to play this game anymore.
No, I know what you're saying.
I couldn't get past... I got past the first guy, and I got up to the main village, and I just went, I can't do this. I know I'm probably going to fuck this up somehow.
Wow.
I don't know. I went right up into the main village, and then just they saw me, and they all ran towards me, and I didn't know where to run. I'm like, that's it. No, put it down. And I just went, I can't do this. I can't physically play this game anymore.
No, I know what you're saying, because that was the hardest thing to get used to in that game was, and it's because it is different. It's different to every other game. It's not like a decent sized space where you move, the camera moves, and you get a perspective around you, it's like the camera is strapped here, like behind the guy's back.
Yeah.
And what he does has no influence on this camera. You have to do
exactly
it yourself.
I don't know how I finished that game
when I finished it 4 times, but
yeah, exactly.
It's
I finished
because
it multiple times because you get like the unlimited ammo, the unlimited rocket launcher, everything.
You get used to turning and then flicking the camera control, so it'll flick around to face that guy.
Yeah.
So I think I
tell you what, we definitely. I'll bring it over maybe one day, and we'll all should try and go back to playing it. It is completely different.
So I didn't have. See, I don't know how I'd go about that because I played Resident Evil 4 on the Wii. So I actually, because I actually like. It sucked a little bit with the Wii because it's actually a great machine for first-person shooters or shooters in general. But because it was kind of more of a family-friendly device, you didn't get a ton of really like top-notch shooters on there. But yeah, that's where I had my.
Did you use it with separate controls or the gun mounted?
With Resident Evil, you did with the nunchuck, so you moved with this and then aimed.
Okay.
With the Wiimote.
Man.
But yeah.
Yeah, so I could. So yeah, that's my challenging thing that I haven't. I touched it once, and I don't want to go back.
I think another one for me was Final Fantasy X, the final boss in Final Fantasy X. I'm pretty sure it took me on and off 12 months to beat that game.
Wow!
Just because I got to that stage, and I was at a stage where I wasn't quite strong enough to beat it. So I had to keep going back, harvesting, doing bits and pieces, trying to do all that stuff, going back, trying again, and I'd give up so often. I'd just put it back in and go, look, I've got to finish this game. And yeah, it took me ages to finish that game.
See, I guess this is going to be, it sounds sad enough, but I think a lot of people did this with Final Fantasy X, but I put in 150 hours into that game before I even went to the final boss.
Yeah.
And so I got almost everyone to the highest stats.
And that was another problem. I hate having to upgrade everyone, so I just upgraded Titus. and Titus and
Unop?
No, I just used it for summoning. What was the guy with the one arm? Used the big sword. Orin?
Orin, yeah. Orin,
I upgraded Orin because he was a big hitter.
Yeah.
And then everyone else.
No, I leveled up everyone up to 100%. All the sphere grids were filled out. All the weapons, I got all the epic weapons, and then as soon as I went into the final boss, it was like nothing because I hit with a normal attack and it was like 99,999 and it just died instantly. And I just went, yeah, that makes sense.
It's like there's a boss in the new Final Fantasy, and it's like a mountain that's a turtle. So one of the huge mountains rises up into a turtle, and it's one of the hard. It was called the 72-hour boss. It's like got so much health, and in order to beat that, you have to like full on max out your character, but you also have to max out your stats by using potions.
Yeah.
By using certain
the elixirs and all that sort of stuff. Yeah.
And I saw this guy do it, and he goes into battle, and no shit, every hit is no, and that it takes him like 15 minutes. But yeah, every hit is no, and it just fills the screen with nines. It's just going and going and going.
Well, I watched a streamer just after finishing Resident Evil 7, and he said, "Oh, I'm playing Resident Evil 7," and it was like, it was an article as you finished in a faster time. It was like 3 hours something. And I thought, oh, it's awesome. He did it all with a knife.
Okay.
Wow.
The whole game. he didn't use one bullet. And I was just watching him. I was just like, holy crap. He did it on extra hard mode. And he did it all with a knife.
That's like these guys that play like Demon Soul with like the drum kit from Guitar Hero and stuff. Right. It's like, wow.
Yeah, I there's not a lot of games that I can like breeze through with a controller, let alone with an entirely different peripheral.
Yeah, I know.
I'm trying to think of any games that I could like. No, there's
no.
nothing. Like the best would be like Pokemon, but again, that's just turn based, so it'll just be like. Anyone could do it realistically.
I think for me, it would only be maybe. I might be able to do COD, but I wouldn't be very good.
No.
Or it'll probably have to be like Need for Speed, like accelerator and then like turning with the like a guitar from
I
Guitar
guess,
Hero or
yeah,
something.
okay.
I wouldn't be able to do
So,
the drum. There's no
no.
way. I can't play drums on a good day.
Yep.
But it would just be like, okay, accelerate, turn. I didn't knock myself out. It just wouldn't work so well. But yeah, no, I just thought it'd be interesting to see because I got stuck on that game for so long. Actually, I'm looking at my Destiny game. We've got Destiny 2 news as well.
Yeah, Destiny 2 is coming out
I'm
soon.
very excited because in raids and stuff, they're introducing a matchmaking system. So you don't have to find a person if you want to go through and do the hardest raids.
Oh, so it just finds a group.
It'll find you.
group.
Yeah, that's right. If you and there's a guild system too, so you can go in and you can even spectate the guild. You can go in and you can play alongside the guild to see if you want to join them if they want you to join.
Nice.
So there's like a initiation process now.
Well, speaking, I mean, it's coming to that time where E3, the E3 is coming up. So do you think,
Yep.
do you think they'll make a big E3 reveal?
I don't. Well, they're big. They've already dropped their
They've
like,
dropped
big
their
trailer. So
trailer.
Destiny, they'll have a presence at E3, but I wouldn't imagine they're. Gonna
I
be
think
like,
it's going to be more. They're going to be more gameplay related. I think they're just going to show you what the game can do.
Yep.
Show you the modes that you can get, the different guns, and if there's classes and like different classes and stuff. Because the big reveal kind of showed you what's already happening and what's going on.
yeah, they're like E3 is going to have a ton of. It's E3, so there's going to be a ton of different.
Yeah, I
news
actually
and
can't
stuff.
wait
It's
for
going to
this
be
year's
interesting to
E3.
see.
Yeah.
I think there's a strong rumor that looks like they might announce Borderlands 3, which I'd be digging.
I'd be excited to see that. I don't know how close we are to that though, because the last time I saw it, there wasn't very much that had been created from that game.
There's already been a tech demo.
Yeah, I saw the tech demo.
yeah.
But I didn't know if it stemmed very much past that.
It's like again, E3 doesn't like them announcing it. E3 doesn't mean it's going to release in the next 20 days or anything like that. It just means like they can announce it for a couple of years. So
The Last Guardian's a great example of that.
Oh, man.
I'm pretty sure it took like 10 years for that game to come out.
something like that. It was stuck in development hell. That and like Duke Nukem Forever are the two biggest examples of like games being stuck in development hell forever.
Just in limbo.
And then when it came out, I mean, when Duke Nukem came out, the hype, like everyone was so hyped for it, and then it just
crashed and
died.
burned.
I don't know if a ton of people were hyped for it. It was just more the fact that it's finally getting released. But yeah, it very much like I didn't play a ton of it, but everything I've seen kind of makes it feel very dated. Like it seems like a game from 10, 15 years ago. So
I mean, when you're in that situation,
Yeah.
how do you keep it? Like, I'd be interested to talk to a developer and stuff to see how they
Actually
overcome
kept
that.
it, yeah.
Because you start off a game and you get to like, in a certain engine,
Yeah.
and then you develop that game in the engine, but then newer engines come out and you're like, oh, it looks so good in that one. Like, how much, like, how do you commit to an engine?
because
and
a lot of
how do you-
times, like there are times where it's not even the same developer. Like I believe
Duke Nukem changed hands
that-
so many
that's-
times.
I was gonna say I believe Duke Nukem did. In that, it's not the same developer moving from engine to engine. It's this developer gets bought out by this company, and then that gets passed on to a different developer, and then just keeps going, and then eventually, like you said, it's a completely different game from what it started at.
Yeah. I want to see more of the new Uncharted too.
Yeah,
I'm excited to see what they-
the Lost something? Oh, I can't remember what it's called. There's an
I'm
actual
not sure.
title
Yeah,
for it.
there
but
is. But
yeah.
we're not getting Nathan Drake's not the lead anymore.
Yeah, it's Chloe and the English chick. I can't remember. Yeah, so no, I can't wait for that as well. Crash Bandicoot is going to drop soon. The trilogy. But speaking of, I bought on PS4 this week is the Borderlands collection. I bought the pre-sequel, and it's like $20.
Yeah.
So and I thought, I have to buy it. Then so I can't wait. I downloaded it on my ADSL2 internet. It was like 20.
So you started downloading it. Like,
I
3.5
bought it
years ago?
exactly. So I bought it and I immediately started downloading it. I'm guessing it may have just finished. I'm not too sure.
No, I downloaded the pre-sequel off Steam the other week. It was like 30 gigs, so I had like a spare 10 minutes. I'm like, nah, that's cool. I'll download that. So I downloaded it and had it installed within a good half an hour. And I was playing that, but I'm actually stuck on that too. Like, that's another game. I'm early on in that game, but I'm already stuck.
Yeah.
Wait,
Because
the pre-sequel? Or
in the pre-sequel.
Okay, I haven't played the pre-sequel yet.
Because, well, I hadn't played it, so I'm like, I'll give that one a go because I played the others. I even tried to play the others. I'm really not as grabbed as what I was. And I think it's because I was playing with my brother last time I played it, so it was a lot more interesting.
Okay, yeah.
But now I'm trying to run through it by myself, and the first boss that you have to fight in the pre-sequel, my gear is nowhere near strong enough, nor is there anything around where I am that's going to be strong enough for me to kill this guy. And he takes your health so fast, and I don't know if it's because of the class I've chosen or what it is, but I don't think I'm going to be able to pass it. I think I'm going to have to start again and change classes.
Well, maybe we should actually do that. You got Borderlands 2. What do you have it on? The
PC.
Steam.
I used to.
Steam, yeah.
Oh, so I thought you just had the pre-sequel on Steam. No, because I was saying let's all play on PS4 together. But I guess that's
No,
not happening.
I would if I had it on PS4.
You should buy it. It's $20.
Yeah, that's probably the only time I would though, because as I said, it's not grabbing me as much as what it did the first time round.
No, we should definitely all give it a go. Like,
It's a good game to play in co-op. It's
yeah,
definitely
exactly.
Absolutely.
No, I love playing it. I loved playing it when I was playing on PC with my friends. Like,
Yeah.
we used to play co-op, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
So
Especially with the different classes, it can do different stuff.
yeah, and so if we want to, I'd love to go back to it, and if we want to do it all together, just group up everyone. Maybe convince Hash to get it as well.
We'll see.
It'll be our new group game.
We'll make an OGP team.
OGP team. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Could do.
Yeah. So where? Any games you've been playing, Alex?
Like I said, I just picked up Injustice. So that's
Just really about your focus.
basically.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
Like I said, I just picked that up. Other than that, I haven't.
He's only got about 20 games waiting on his.
I know. Is that
PS4
yeah.
I was just gonna say I haven't been playing it. Well, the other one I've been playing before that is still AFL Evolution.
Yep.
Because that just came out, and the AFL Live, not the second one. AFL Live was a garbage fire. AFL Live, my brother and I basically dominated
Destroyed
that,
it, yep.
which we were playing on the hardest difficulty, and we'd just win by like an exorbitant amount of. But I should know about my ability in that.
Yeah,
I did
yeah.
see that score.
I got my butt handed to me.
I think we mentioned it last week, but we'll put the score up again just so everyone can see how thoroughly Ash got pantsed.
Yeah, I didn't stand a chance.
Do you want to play again? I've got it
right now.
It won't take long for him to beat you.
Oh, okay. You know what? Yes. You know what?
But one thing I majorly backflipped on, like you knew my opinion on Overwatch when I got it on console. I didn't even play it, right?
Okay.
Like,
Have you been playing on the free weekend?
I downloaded it, but Ellie bought it for me.
Okay.
About 3 weeks ago, maybe around the time I got my computer.
Okay. Yep.
I love that game.
I've been playing on the free weekend.
PC it's changed my gaming experience. Like on a console, I didn't like it. First person shooters on PC, I'm loving.
First shooters on PC are a lot different. And
Like
a lot better.
I don't think I could play like I downloaded Witcher 3 just so I could like benchmark my PC to see how good I could get it. But I don't think I can't commit myself to those kind of games. I feel more at home on a console with those kind of games. But first person shooters, I'm loving Overwatch on that now. The characters really doesn't faze me that they don't get upgraded now. It's changed my mindset. It's really fun. I'm really enjoying it.
I'm playing Overwatch because they released a free weekend this weekend, and so I was playing it a little bit, and I thought actually probably want to get it on console more than I did want to get it on PC because I feel like I'm better at first person shooters actually on a console more than
I'm way more accurate on PC. It's nuts.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I would have agreed with you. I used to be the same. And I guess maybe it's because I've played so many on the console now that I've just sort of reverted into now playing first person shooters on a console. So
I'm bad at shooters, regardless of platform, basically.
Yeah,
basically. I haven't actually played Overwatch yet at all. It's been one of those games that like everyone talks about, but I just haven't sat down and played. Again, partially because it's a shooter, so it's like I'm never that excited about shooters because I'm crap at them and they just never quite.
I think
grab me.
The good thing about Overwatch and the good thing about those kind of shooters is you don't have to be a shooter. You can be a healer, you can be a support person. You don't have to be at the front line. Like there's a dwarf guy who builds turrets and stuff, so you can build turrets up and defend, and you can be like a tank and you can have a shield that'll defend people. So you're not that driven to be at the front line and you have to be deadly accurate. You can be something different. And I think I think that's a real advantage to those kind of diverse classes in first person now. It's like
Yep.
you don't have to be at the front line anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
And I mean, I'm still at the front. I still enjoy that side of it.
Yeah,
I could never be a healer.
I will say the thing is, in a lot of the times when it's a group thing, I'm usually the healer / medic, and so I don't mind playing that class because generally speaking, they have like a bit more they're a bit more faster pace where you can run a bit faster and you can actually do a lot, help out more than you get on the front lines. And I don't mind being support, but I was playing as the arrow guy. I'm not too sure what his
Hanzo.
Hanzo, and because he's very long distance, and it's just trying to choose a character because I chose a lot of the gun specialists, and I'm like, I'm not doing really too well with them, and then my friend Aaron said, go Hanzo, maybe you're more long distance, and then I found out I really was I was really well done. With that.
Him and Commando 47 are very good, diverse. He uses a bow, but Commando 47, he's very quick, and he's got a good diverse set of skills. Like, he can drop armor, you can move in and out of his gun like in COD or Battlefield, and he can run quickly. So you get, a bit of everything with him.
Yeah.
And Hanzo, he's long distance, and he's got different arrows, you can spot people and stuff. So I think a lot of people do, end up going towards those characters. My main is Farah, the Pharaoh chick who can fly around. She's got a grenade launcher.
Man, I hate that class because
she's always in the sky.
In the sky, and I'm trying to aim, and then all of a sudden, she's for whoever's playing her sees me, and I'm just like, God damn it! And then it just released grenades all over me. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, okay.
No. Or there's the chick in the mech suit. She's got too much health. And she got too many chances. The mech suit will die. She'll be all right.
Diva. That's Diva, right?
Is it
Diva?
No, I don't think it's Diva.
Okay, whatever.
No, that's the only character it knows.
You tried. I appreciate the effort. So, Alex, wrestling.
Extreme Rules is it this week?
No.
When is it next week?
Yep.
Okay. Damn. Yeah. I know. I thought it was this week. I thought something was happening this week for some reason. But
there's wrestling happening every week.
Yeah.
Raw and SmackDown and NXT are happening this week.
Yeah. No, I've been watching it, so so I'm thoroughly enjoying it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
what was the thing you enjoyed most recently?
Damn it. Thanks for not letting my memory go. I actually enjoyed the tag team match between with Shinsuke Nakamura and AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens and damn it, who was the other person that was on Kevin Owens' side? Dolph Ziggler. Yeah, no, I thought it was a really great match. That was really well done, and also I want Finn Balor to be Balor to be the person to win the 5-way match. I've really taken a liking to Finn Balor for some reason. So
because you've been pushed real heavily, he's probably the favorite going in. So you'll likely get your wish.
Oh really? Oh cool. Yeah, I really, and plus I really want to see how the Demon King thing as well. I've never seen it in action.
You can see it. There's a ton of stuff on the WWE network. Literally every match he's had in WWE is on the WWE network. So you can go and watch all of them. You can go watch the first debut of the Demon Persona at NXT TakeOver Our Evolution, which is probably
he's
the
not
best.
going to do that. How many times have we asked him to catch up on stuff? There we go.
It's right. It is good. I just want it to come to me.
I was going to say, watch TakeOver Our Evolution because you get to see. That's one of the best top to bottom wrestling shows WWE's put out in the last however many years. Okay. It's very, very good. You've got a tag team match between the Ascension versus Hideo Itami and Finn Balor with who debuts the Demon Persona. You've got in the opening match you got CJ Parker, who's now Juice Robinson in New Japan Pro Wrestling, who by the way did I mention they're doing stuff with Tekken. He's facing Kevin Owens in NXT debut, who starts out because he's a fresh indie guy, he comes out as sort of a face until the end of the night where he turns on Sami Zayn. You've got a fantastic NXT title match between Sami Zayn and Adrian Neville, which is the culmination of Sami's sort of road to redemption story. But yeah, it's genuinely top to bottom. It's one of the best shows WWE's put out in the last
if you link me, I'll watch it.
It's on WWE Network, as I said.
Man, I have to.
You
sign
really
up.
want everything to come to you, don't you?
I'm all about like convenience.
I can tell.
WWE Network is convenient. It's literally everything. It's every
I
WWE,
have to sign up to the
WCW, ECW
Network
pay-per-view.
now. Okay.
Like ever, all on there. You've got like a bunch of documentaries and stuff. There's a Finn Balor WWE 24.
Yeah,
about
okay, yeah, that's
his
right,
return
yeah,
from
yeah.
injury, which, given he's your new favorite wrestler, you might enjoy that.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a very good. All of WWE's like documentary
Yep.
stuff is great. Sorry, if you've watched any of the documentaries. I've said this before, but like my favorite one is because I'm a punk mark. The CM Punk Best in the World doco, which is on there. Legitimately, not just outside of my love for CM Punk, it's a very, very good.
Oh, is there a doco about him? Is there?
Yeah, there is. I have it on. Do you want to watch it? I have it on. Blu-ray.
I've actually got somewhere to be.
Do we have time?
Look,
to
if you
watch
don't, I've got it.
on.
I've got it through iTunes as well, so I can just whack it on the Apple TV.
Yeah, I'll have to catch that later.
Why?
Like,
really?
I have it. Or
think
if
this
you
was
look,
gonna
if you need to, I've got it on my iPad. You can just take that with.
Attach it to the car.
But I'm running late.
So I'm gonna attach it to the car and then just have it on the drive home.
Yeah, cool.
Legitimately, it's a very good doco. But I'd say the WWE 24 with Finn Balor's worth a look. There's one that they just did about the Raw after WrestleMania, how that's kind of a crazy zany night every year. So there's a ton of great content outside of just the in-ring stuff.
Yeah.
That.
No,
is
yeah,
really
I was
cool.
gonna say I should probably sign up. Is there a cost involved with WWE Network? I'm not too sure.
Yes.
Yeah, how much is it?
That's $9.99 a month.
$999 a month.
Oh.
No, but legitimately, like for a wrestling fan, it's absurdly good value for money because you literally get every pay-per-view for $9.99 a month. A lot of months there's 2 pay-per-views, which on buying them through pay-per-view,
It's like $60.
they're like $50-$60 each. So just by that, 1 month where there's 2 pay-per-views, which there is this month, that's already paid for basically 10 months of your subscription, 10 to 12 months of your subscription.
Yeah,
That is really
So
bad.
it's absurd, and you're not just getting like the only thing you don't get on the network is you don't get Raw and SmackDown like as they air. Basically,
Yeah.
There's a delay just because they've got TV contracts and stuff.
Yeah.
But you get NXT every week, you get 205 Live every week, you get all the pay-per-views. As I said, you get a bunch of the extra. I'm shilling out for the WWE Network because I don't need to be. It's because I'm a
If
wrestling.
they need a rep,
But legitimately, if you are a wrestling fan, there's this sort of sentiment amongst a lot of wrestling fans that are kind of anti-WWE, partially because they are the big brand in wrestling, and they sign a lot of guys from the independent scenes. There's this sort of, why would you give your money to WWE, all that sort of stuff. But when WWE grows, that grows wrestling, and that is good for the industry, and that's good for all these independents. So, yes, like, as a result of them signing independent guys, Samoa Joe might not be in Ring of Honor anymore, but the more eyes that get on wrestling, the better it's going to be. The more, like if you have people watching WWE, then they're going to be far more inclined to maybe go to a local independent show.
Yeah.
And then that grows that promotion and just feeds
Domino
money
effect.
into the industry, which is what everybody wants,
I was
realistically.
gonna say, like, I mean, as angry as maybe the fans can get about that, it's they're angry it's WWE taking away their players, I guess, essentially. As a wrestler, isn't that one of the things that you might like? Isn't that sort of the end goal? Like, you want to get into WWE?
Not necessarily. There's two kinds of schools of thought. Like, for a lot of people, yeah, it's the
It's one of the pinnacle of like
it's
your
sort of
wrestling
the
career.
pinnacle. But there are a lot of guys like a couple of notable ones would be the Young Bucks and maybe a Christopher Daniels, who particularly the Young Bucks, they've kind of not necessarily cornered the market, but they've kind of mastered the art of promoting yourself at the independents. They've got like a ton of merch. They're marketable as all hell. They just signed a deal with Hot Topic in the States to sell merchandise through there. They've also got their own store. They've got their own YouTube channel. So it seems like they might be they're probably the most popular tag team in the world, WWE or otherwise. They might never get to WWE, and they've kind of made the implication that like if they don't, then they're cool with that. They can still be very, very successful. And there are guys like a Cody Rhodes who was towards the end of his tenure in WWE, he stuck with this Stardust gimmick, which wasn't really going anywhere. He asked to go back to just being Cody Rhodes, who's the grandson of, the son of a Hall of Famer and a legend in Dusty Rhodes.
Yep.
WWE declined, so he was like, okay, I'm going to ask for my release, and I'm going to go do it on my own in the independents. And he's been doing very well for himself in the independents. So,
so he's actually gone back.
He left the WWE, and he's been quite successful. He's competed for Ring of Honor, he's competed for New Japan, he's part of Bullet Club, which is like the most popular stable in the world, basically. So, yeah, for a lot of guys, WWE is the end goal, but for a lot of guys outside of that, they're just like, I'm happy where I'm at. Like, some people want to, particularly in Japan, a lot of Japanese guys, they just want to be in New Japan,
and that's
there, because if like there are some crossover guys between New Japan and WWE. There aren't a ton. Shinsuke would probably be one of the biggest out of the homegrown New Japan guys. But yeah, there are tons of people who are super happy just not.
I guess if you're happy where you are, it's like goes to the show. Like, if you're happy in your job, then you just pretty much
Exactly right.
What?
Yeah.
If you're happy in your job, clap your hands. I don't know. So this is the road you were going down.
Okay. It's like that nursery rhyme road. If you're happy, you know what? Clap your hands.
That was what I was aiming for.
Yeah, thank you for that. So really well done.
But yeah, so in summation, watch wrestling. Yeah,
was that the conclusion?
That's very it.
That's the conclusion for everything with me. Is just watch wrestling so I can have someone else to talk to wrestling about.
Well, I'm watching it now, and so it's getting slowly ease into it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's pretty. It's been pretty.
Started finding some of your guys and.
Yeah, so I want to now that I've sort of found people that I want to follow, I want to sort of read up and learn more about them in general. And then Aaron was also telling me I should start watching NXT. And
I've told you to watch NXT.
Yeah, I was like, I was sort of maybe not as committed because I thought I want to start. If I want to ease myself in, I'm just going to ease myself into WWE, like Raw, and then get into SmackDown, and then if I enjoy it, and I'll start putting the time for NXT. Because I can't imagine. I mean, I'm because now I'm only realizing this, the amount of time that you put into watching wrestling.
When you ask me what have I been doing, when I say I've been working
I actually understand now.
Because I don't just watch Raw and SmackDown. I watch Raw, I watch SmackDown, I watch NXT, I watch the pay-per-views. I try to watch 205 Live, although I don't always get a chance for that. I try to keep up on Progress. I try to keep up on New Japan, on Impact, on WCPW, on a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, and I think to myself, I'm like, okay, Raw and SmackDown is literally 5 hours alone of wrestling, and I'm watching every week. And if I add NXT, that's like almost another couple hours. Oh, so it's just an hour. It's just 1 hour. Okay.
Yeah, that's half a shift. That's 6 hours. That's half a shift.
Okay, fair enough. And I thought, half a shift. And I thought to myself, because I was talking to my cousin who's really into it as well, and I just went, that's 5.5 hours of 5 hours of wrestling a week. And I just think to myself,
but I mean, okay, by the same token. If you're watching all the CW shows, how much time you spend?
I know. I guess it puts it in the fact of like if you didn't have the if you weren't, if I wasn't watching 5 hours of wrestling a week, what the hell would I be watching now anyway?
Exactly.
So, I'm glad that you brought me back into the universe. It's really fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there you go. So, on that note, that'll probably about do us for this week. What were your guys' most difficult boss battles or levels in video games? Let us know in the comments down below. And if you are wrestling fans, comment any matches or things you think Ash should watch, please.
Link him, because he's obviously not going to look him up himself.
Just send it to me, and
chuck in the comments down below. Also, make sure to follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/AgGeekyPodcast, on Twitter and Instagram @AgGeekyPodcast. And I'll put our Insta, because you have Insta again. Instagram.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
he does. I fixed it.
So I'll put everyone's links in the description down below, I should say, on where you can find all that. For those listening on the podcast, watch the YouTube thing and you'll see it down there. Yeah.
That's it.
That's Ryan Berry. That's Ash Patterson. That's Alex Brett. Thanks for watching, everybody. Peace out.
Peace.